What's up guys, it's Jack here, and today I'm bringing you something really special. I'm so happy to be able to do this. I'm joined with the amazing Rachel, and she's going to be here to answer some questions and talk about how much gaming is a part of her life and things like that. So, nice to meet you, Rachel.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
So, thank you for coming on to do this interview with me, and it really means a lot to me that you've managed to get back in touch with me on Twitter and be able to set this up, so really big thank you for that.
Oh, well, thank you for wanting to interview me.
Well, how about we get straight into the interview and we just see how things go and hopefully have a interesting time going through them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so first question I'm going to ask is, how old were you when you started gaming, and do you remember your first ever game?
Yep, I was about 5 years old, and I think my first game was Pitfall. If we're talking about consoles, no, I'd probably have to say Pitfall, because I don't think at 5 years old I was old enough to go to arcades yet, or my parents never took me, other than Chuck E. Cheese, but that doesn't count. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Pitfall.
I'm English. I didn't get the pleasure of even knowing Chuck E. Cheese existed until I started watching TV.
Oh yeah, it was, as a kid, it was like the most magical place in the world.
I was very jealous. I was sat there going, oh, why do we only get really disgusting McDonald's? Like, I bet in America McDonald's is perfectly clean. You come to the UK, it's people who are just like spitting on your food. It's like, oh, is there any need?
That's how McDonald's is here. Yeah, most people here
Really?
avoid McDonald's. It is the lower of the fast food chains.
I guess it's just gone down. I mean, in the UK, we're now eating horse meat from there, so yeah, it's kind of not going too well. Second question, was there anyone that got you into gaming, like bought you your first console, or who started you off when you started gaming?
My dad. Everything geeky that I love is through my dad. He got me into gaming. He got me into Star Wars. He got me into action figure collecting. It's just all my dad, and I love him for it, for showing me all this amazing, awesome stuff.
My dad tried to prevent me from gaming.
Oh no, really?
Until I was like 9 years old. He literally tried to. I didn't even know video games existed until I was about 7. And then I was like, Dad, can I get like a PS1? I really want a PS1. And he just looked at me and went, "You're not ruining your life with those stupid games." And then the next day, my uncle brought me round a PS1, and my dad hasn't seen me for about, I'd say about a good 7 years.
Oh no, that's terrible.
So it's been a pretty great life.
Yeah, well, at least you're doing what you love, so it doesn't matter.
It's great. If you could choose a game series from your childhood to see being remade, not so much a HD remake, but genuinely just to be brought back onto the console so you could have some nostalgia and relive those memories, what game would it be?
Oh, wow. Most of the games that I remember as a kid have already been redone a million times. But I'd say maybe in, like, my school years, definitely Eternal Darkness. But I don't think Eternal Darkness would be good redone because they wouldn't understand the awesomeness of it. But even, I'd have to say there was this game on the PS2. Oh man, now that I need to think about it, I can't remember the name. Shadows of Destiny, I think is what it was called. And that game was so awesome. It was like open-ended, and there's all these different things that could happen, and it was very much choose your own adventure, where you could actually choose your own adventure and die. And if you died, the game would be like, yeah, that was a stupid idea. How about you go back and not do that again? So then you would go back and have to redo the choices of how you're going to react to things, and hopefully you don't die that time. It was just really good.
That's what games, like, with multiple choice endings and, like, the way, like, The Walking Dead, the way they did it, they made you feel like you're making all these choices, but in the end I felt like, well, it's just ended the same way, just with a different reaction for the previous part. So I was a bit disappointed with The Walking Dead, but that's what games need to do, where it's like, oh, you've died, start it all over again, and see how you do this time, because that was your story.
Yeah, it's like, how about you don't be so stupid this time around?
Just stop walking into fire. That is the key part of life.
Yes, exactly.
What game series today do you find you can enjoy the most and really get excited when you hear they're bringing out a sequel?
Uncharted. Oh God, I love Uncharted. Everything about it. It's amazing. It's such a good game, even without the handsome Nathan Drake. It actually is a good, really good game. Great story, great characters, great controls, and Nathan Drake definitely is the cherry on top of that one.
I feel quite insignificant to the fact that I've never played Uncharted.
What? It's
I,
so good.
I used to be such a PlayStation gamer, and then while I was in hospital, a guy who used to bring me KFC told me to buy an Xbox because he said the PS3s were terrible, and I bought an Xbox, and it was great, and then I saw Uncharted, and I was like, oh.
Yes, Uncharted is amazing. Plus, if you don't have a PS3, you're missing out on, like, God of War, which is another great
I loved
series.
those on the PS2.
Yes, God of War is so good.
I nearly cried when I found out that they weren't, when Metal Gear Solid 4 was announced. I had no idea it was literally a PlayStation exclusive when I started playing them. I was really, and then I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't come out on Xbox. Why did I buy this? So
yeah.
I've made some bad choices when it comes to picking consoles, but I'm definitely, maybe getting the PS4. I really can't wait for that.
I'm definitely planning on getting it as well.
I just think the live streaming idea is something they've needed to add in for a long time.
Yes, that I'm so excited about the live streaming, the whole share button, everything that they were talking about with that share button, I'm super excited about.
The only thing I'm hoping is that we don't get all the 11-year-olds who go on Call of Duty just thinking it'll be funny to record themselves insulting other people's mums for half an hour.
Yeah, that's why I don't play online games with people I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good point, but unfortunately most people I play with are all FIFA geeks.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like football.
Yeah, that threw me off for a second. I forgot. Soccer is football over there.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, FIFA's not football. Oh, wait, yeah, it is.
That needs to be sorted out. In these past 2 years, I have shown a variety of well-made games from 2011 to now. Which would you decide was your favourite game and your worst game? If you can think that far back.
Yeah, I can never think that far back. Say the last game that I think really disappointed me that I can remember was L.A. Noire.
I never played that. I wanted to play it, but at the time I didn't have the money. I was a very poor child.
Usually when a game comes out, I can tell, I already know if I'd like that style or not. Because I've come to learn what I like and what I don't in a game. L.A. Noire looked amazing. I was so excited for that game. It seemed like it had everything I wanted. And then I played it, and I was incredibly bored with it. I had no interest, so that was a huge disappointment. Yeah.
And what would you say was your favourite game over the past 2 years?
Oh, wow. Can't remember what came out in 2 years. I naturally want to say Borderlands 2, because that was my game of the year for 2012. But I can't
That was a good game.
what came out in 2011. Mass Effect 3 came out. That was Dishonored was really good. Oh, there's just a lot of games.
I think my biggest disappointment was, in fact, Dishonored. Not, like, I thought that game was brilliant, but I thought it was too short, and that they could have added a little bit more, as in more backstory, because it pretty much, the start into it was absolutely fantastic. The way you were committed, they committed treason against you. They'd made you feel like they made you look like you just murdered the Queen, I think it was. And but then the rest of the story, it was well written, but I don't think it was like performed well enough. It was pretty much go kill that guy, come back, and everything's going tits up. And I was a bit disappointed with how short it was, because I think I got every achievement for that game, and I felt no satisfaction from it. I was like, well, that was a disappointment.
I just loved killing everybody in that game.
That was the fun part.
Satisfying.
The variety of kills. I just loved stopping time, moving them in front of their own bullets, and then just starting time again. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, I did have a good time with that.
If you could have control of the next-gen Xbox design, since it hasn't been announced yet, what feature do you think it should have in it?
Backwards compatibility.
Thank you! Somebody agrees with me! Everyone's told me what's the point in having backwards compatibility when you could just keep your old console. Some people don't want to keep their own console.
I don't have
because
room.
it's taking up space.
Yeah.
Exactly, there's no space.
It's so frustrating because under my TV right now is tons of consoles that I would love to clear out with backwards compatibility. Like I had to re-pull out my PS2 because my PS3 originally was backwards compatible, but then it died, and I had to get the non-backwards compatible. People are like, well, who actually plays their older games? I do. I do go back and play a lot of my older games.
I play that many old games that for my phone I actually got a Game Boy emulator so I can sit and play the original Pokemon on my phone.
Nice.
That's how innovative I am. I will literally be like, I'm not buying all these Game Boys, I'll just use my phone and save a lot of time.
Well, the thing that made me angry about the PS4 not being backwards compatible is they made us re-buy a lot of our older games in the HD, and now even those aren't going to work.
Are pointless.
And that is so frustrating. And the fact that they're like, well, maybe one day we'll have all of the library streaming. I guarantee you that if they do get that working, because Sony likes to announce things and not actually have it ever happen, if they do get that working, they will make us pay for that service as well, which we'll have to pay for older games a third time, which is just ridiculous.
If they do end up deciding let's bring out all the old games again, they should be able to connect to your PlayStation 3 ID, find out all the games you did have installed, and let you download them back for free.
Yeah.
They should be able to go back to, because that would be stupid if they make you pay for it again. Then they're just being money grabbers, and I just can't deal with that. And that'd annoy me.
Yeah, and PSN games aren't backwards compatible. That really, I felt, was like a punch to the stomach.
They try their best to work on these features that we've all wanted, but then they always forget about the things that we used to love.
Yeah.
They forget about the things that actually got started in their franchise in the first place.
Yep, it's frustrating, to say the least.
Now it's well known that you're a cosplayer. What was the favourite costume you've worn?
Personally, for me, it was Kratos. I loved dressing up as Kratos. It was just super, super fun.
Was that the Kratos where it was you were the the female version of him?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was with a group of girls, and we all did female versions of our favorite male characters. And as soon as I heard about that, it's like, oh my god, let me be Kratos, please. And walking around with the Blades of Chaos, and I kept pretending to stab people, and it was just a lot of fun.
That, being Kratos, you feel like such a badass.
I know.
It's like just walk into a room, I'm Kratos, what you gonna do?
Get away. It's like, no, I'm not a short blonde girl. I'm the god of war. Yeah.
Exactly. That'd be such a great feeling. Unfortunately, I don't have the size to be Kratos.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but at least you can pull it off. You're still a girl, or you can be like, yeah, I'm the female version. I'm a male version, and I've got no... I couldn't even look like... I'd look like his right arm. My whole body looks like his right arm.
You can be young Kratos. Kratos the college years.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just like put some spots on my face, put some glasses on, and go around with like a little pen with like a little blade on the end, like, yeah, I'm Kratos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that now.
That's
I'm gonna do that. What was it that got you into cosplaying in the first place?
It was a friend of mine. So when I first started cosplaying, it wasn't the cool thing to do. It was like still something that you would look at and be like, oh, cosplaying. Nerds only cosplay. And a friend of mine, we were going to Comic-Con for our first year. She wanted to do a Danger Girl, which is a comic book. She wanted to do a Danger Girl group and wanted me to be the Natalia Castle of the group. And I was like, oh, really? I'm going to cosplay? I did it, and I loved it. It was freaking amazing. I've always loved Halloween, dressing up for Halloween and going, like, putting 100% into my Halloween costumes. So then being able to dress up as my favorite comic book or movie or video game characters and going to a convention with surrounded by people who love the same thing I do, it was amazing. Just purely a crazy super high. So cosplaying is definitely like a drug to me.
I definitely think once I've finished college and I've sorted some things out, I'd probably definitely go to conventions and do cosplaying. Like, I'm a huge fan of anime. I'm guessing you probably do watch some anime.
No, not really.
No, oh, that's a hit to the heart right there.
No, everybody thinks I do like anime, but I don't. I really don't.
Well, I'm not like one of them people like Naruto's the best or Bleach is the best. I am so awkward. I am into this anime called Hellsing, which is just about this one vampire who kills vampires, and I would definitely dress up as him.
Wasn't that a movie?
No, that was Van Helsing.
Oh.
Surprisingly, the anime Helsing's based off his family bloodline.
Oh, okay.
It's like a secret organization he set up. It's really good. If you don't like normal animes, that is one to check out because it's so messed up. It's so messed up.
I do like messed up things, so maybe I'll check it out.
And we do have 2 questions from Twitter here that I think you'd like to read. Daniel Solis asks, what was your favourite cosplay and why, which I think we've answered, and would you do more in the future?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always have more costumes than I have time or money for that I want to do, so I always have to narrow it down. But with the Kratos one, I do plan on doing that one again, but upgrading it. I want to get, for when I did it, I was God of War 1 Kratos. So I want to upgrade and get, like, the Golden Fleece, upgrade the Blades of Chaos, and yeah, absolutely.
You should definitely walk around with Medusa's head and see how many people you freak out.
Oh, that is a brilliant idea. I love that. Yes, I love that.
That would be awesome. And Lois asks, and this is quite a weird question, but Lois asks, why do women get sexually frustrated around me and pin me to the ground and rip off their clothes?
Well, I'd have to say that is because it's a dream.
Yeah, he's having one of them dreams, isn't he?
Yes, he's definitely dreaming. I know him. He's at Bird on Twitter, and he is my favorite troll. He trolls me with love, and I love him for it.
Bird is the word 44, yeah.
Yep, that's my Bird.
Well, shout out to Bird is the word 44. You're Rachel's favourite troll. Round of applause.
Yay! He has trolled himself into my heart.
Right, is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers before we wrap this interview up?
Yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening and supporting and just being awesome.
Everyone's awesome who watches my videos. It's just how it goes.
Absolutely. It's a requirement, right?
It has to be. I can't just let mean people in. They're not awesome, though.
No, not at all.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you speak to me today, Rachel, and I couldn't thank you more. Rachel's channel will be in the description, so go make sure you check her out. And as always, peace out, game nerds.
Bye.